What's going on, you guys? What is going on? What is going on, y'all? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here for a brand new review of Love and Hip Hop Miami, Season 7, Episode 5. What is going on, you guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Monday night, and I intend on doing the exact same thing. What is going on, y'all? All right, now I know y'all seen me earlier. I was over there on my big sis Really Be TV's platform. She interviewed me earlier today from blogger to breakout web reality star honey, okay? And I had me a great time over there. So if you have not seen the interview, please go over there and do so. I was very candid. I was very honest in everything under the sun with that interview. Trust and believe me, I was very honest. I talked about shit that I never talked about publicly and all these damn web series conflicts I've been having and things like that. I talked about it all over there on Really Be TV. So if you want to see a good ass interview, you need to go over there and watch it. Now, before we even get into the review for today, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this is probably gonna be the last live that I do on Love and Hip Hop Miami. But even though it's gonna be the last live, that don't mean that I'm not that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop reviewing it. I'm probably gonna bump this to a pre-record. I'm probably gonna bump this and Salt Lake City to pre-records after this week. That's probably what I'm wind up doing. I'm gonna tell you why. Salt Lake City, y'all don't even watch those lives like that, so it ain't even no need for me to make no live for it. But for Love and Hip Hop Miami, it doesn't deserve a live, mainly because even in this live, I'm not gonna talk about everything. I'm only gonna talk about what the fuck I want to talk about. Because you know what? Y'all don't want to hear me constantly complaining about, oh, I don't want to hear about Rada. Oh, I don't want to hear about Michael Blackson. Like, I know y'all don't want to hear all that shit. Hear me complaining about that shit every time I get on camera. I know y'all don't want to hear me complain about that at all. So I'm just gonna bump that down to pre-record land. I'm gonna keep Potomac live and keep LAMH on my live. But Miami and Salt Lake City will be bumped down to pre-records after this week. Because tomorrow I do Salt Lake City. That's going to be the last live I do for Salt Lake City. I might come back and do a live for Salt Lake City when the reunion comes on. But for the rest of the season, pre-recorded. For the rest of Love and Hip Hop Miami, pre-recorded. Now when Boots come in, that's when I'll do a live probably. But right now, it's moving a little bit too slow for me. And it's too much Michael Blackson. It's too much Rada. It's too much Pinky Doll. It's too much people that I don't want to see. So what I'm going to do from now on, I'm just going to talk about the storylines that are important to me. That's all I'm going to talk about. And that's going to start on this live. Because I fast forward through every scene that Rada and Michael Blackson had. I fast forwarded through this shit. I can't sit there and watch that. I can't. I didn't even put them in my notes, really. So we just gonna talk about the things that interest me, which is probably gonna make this live short as fuck, which is why I said this is probably gonna wind up being pre-recorded from now on because of that. Okay. But you know, when we go live, you know, I already know that by the 5-minute mark, we get things started. First of all, I got a whole lot of new subscribers from last night's live on Funky Dineva. I want to thank you guys for tuning in for that shit because that live was funny. Okay, that live was funny as fuck. It was hilarious as fuck. And guess what? I'm going live again after this live. I'm going live again after this live. So this live is not going to be that long. I'm probably going to set this next live up that I'm going to do for 11:35. That's probably what I'm going to wind up doing or whatever. So we're going to talk about Tamar and Funky Dineva once again. We're going to have to, baby. We're going to have to because it's heating up. Tamar Braxton talking about a cease and desist or whatever the fuck she said or whatever. So, yeah, that is what it is. So we're gonna get into that tonight. Hold on, y'all. Because I'm setting up the live right now as we speak. Let me see. Today's the 2nd. So let me go ahead and set this live for 11:35 p.m. I'm going to use the same thumbnail from last night. And boom. There it is. All right, y'all. So the live is set for 11:35. So let's go ahead and get into Love and Hip Hop Miami, y'all. All right. So let's get into it. Now, where we at? So we get into Gail, right? Gail is a her roach infested restaurant because they said that that's the restaurant of hers that got a lot of roaches and shit up in it, and they said that the people wasn't feeling her restaurant. They said that the people was finding roaches up in her rice and shit, and they would not suggest that any of us go there to go eat. Now let me tell y'all something about Miss Gail, y'all. I wouldn't eat shit she gave me. I wouldn't even eat a goddamn fortune cookie that she gave me. It's just something about that lady just don't look clean to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, she just don't look clean. She just don't look like she bathes. And I ain't talking about bathe. I mean, you got to add the Z to it. You know what I mean? Like, if you from the South, you know what I'm talking about. She look like she don't bathe. That's what she looks like. She look like she don't bathe, and I just wouldn't be feeling comfortable eating nothing from her table, to be quite honest. I just wouldn't deal with that. But where we at? So Ching's friend Rocky, I think that's her name. She comes to the restaurant, and then she comes up in there and she's practically saying that she's having this little boss bitch brunch where she brings all these bosses together, all these women together for some positivity and things like that. You feel what I'm saying? So Gail says, when Rocky says that she's inviting girls like Shay, Amada, and Eliza to the function, she says that she's had issues with all of those women because she was fucking their baby daddy. Although she didn't say the words that I just said, but the reasons why she had these issues with these women is because she was fucking their baby fathers. And that's the only thing that she can do is be fucking y'all baby daddies. That's all she know how to do. That's all she can do. Okay. So then we get into Rocky now. It's the boss bitch brunch. Shay and Eliza are very pleasant. They hug each other. They talk to each other at the bar. And they're just glad to be in a better place. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they have come a whole long way from where they was. Because bitches was bringing turkey bases to scenes and stuff like that. They was throwing stuff at each other. Shay said the girl looked like a orangutan, although they didn't air it. But she definitely said it. But now they're in a different place in life. And they're just trying to, do their thug thizzle and just get along. My thing is, I don't mind them getting along. And I don't have a problem with Eliza. I just think that she's a deadbeat parent. That's what I think she is. But other than that, I really don't have a big issue with Eliza. And to be honest, despite all of the things that I may have said about Shay Johnson in the past, I actually enjoy Shay on Love and Hip Hop Miami. I actually enjoy her on this show. I know a lot of people probably don't agree with that, but I enjoy Shay. I don't know about y'all, but I do. I enjoy her. She is fucking hilarious to me. She brings the drama. She's the entertainment that this show needs. She's always been that. And if you could get past the whole Scrappy and Erica Dixon of it all, then you will understand what her value is for a show like Love and Hip Hop Miami. She is definitely needed, okay? So Eliza says that, she after her after she sat there with Samantha and what's her name? Samantha and all that other stuff and since Samantha brought all this peace to her and Shay and things like that, she says that she's going to invite Samantha to this boss bitch brunch, so she can get her rocks off too. So after that, Rocky gives an update on Ching. It seems like Shay is pretty cool with Ching. You know what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, that's my boo. What's going on with Ching or whatever? She's had her baby, but the Marquez of it all is still prevalent in this situation, right? And so I think Shay was basically saying, I can't wait till she get back from Nebraska, because when she get back, it's gonna be fuck that nigga and blah 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 blah. So then Amada arrives, and when she arrives, Eliza asks Amada if she's okay. And Amada says that she's fine, but the thing is, she doesn't like the fact that people are trying to make her be culpable for what happened to Alan. Now, I know you guys watched my live the other day when we talked about his charges, which was assault. So the fact that Alan's wife and his mama out here trying to make it seem like Amada got something to do with them charges coming back as a hot ass mess. If he assaulted somebody, then he needs to go to fuck the jail. You feel what I'm saying? What the fuck Amada got to do with it? She says she has nothing to do with Amada being detained. And then she says, I went to go see Sunye or whatever, and I tried to apologize to her for ruining her event and all this other stuff. But to me, it just seems like she really didn't want to accept my apology. And so Shay says that she feels like it's kind of petty of Sunye to not accept the apology when Amada went out of her way to apologize. Now, I'm going to say this, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I don't like Sunye. No, I don't. I know it's kind of weird. Y'all probably wasn't expecting me to say that, but I don't like Sunye. It's something about Sunye that I'm just not feeling. Like, I didn't like her attitude when I didn't really care for her attitude anyway when Amada came there to apologize to her. I really didn't care for her attitude then. But then, watching her, later on in the episode, I really don't care for her now. So I just, sometimes I be seeing stuff in people and I just already have my mind made up that I probably not gonna like their ass anyway. And for Sunye, that's pretty prevalent. I don't think I'm gonna like her. Well, I already don't really like her like that because, Amada did apologize. She humbled herself and apologized to your ass, and you still don't want to accept it now. Here I am, the king of not accepting apologies and shit. So I can't really judge her at the same time. But girl, she apologized. Like, what else do you want from her? Do you want a quart of blood? Like, what the fuck? She apologized because Tip did bring up her damn child. So then, Shay says, that she's skeptical about Samantha. She says that she really don't have a problem with Samantha, but if Samantha can fuck her sister's husband, then what can she do for her? And to be honest, I do agree with Shay. There is something not right about Samantha. Samantha on this whole thing where she's trying to be all holified and, sanctified and Holy Ghost filled and all that other bullshit. But we can already tell that she's a bird just by the way she acted when it came down to Joy and this whole Trick thing. Because now you want to sit up here and have this conversation and have it out with your sister about Trick ass over 2 decades later on a damn reality show. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I think. I do think that Samantha is a refined bird, and she's trying to change her birdness, I guess. So then Gail shows up, and soon as Gail shows up, the party gets started because the people can't stand Gail with her stinking ass. And guess what, y'all? I don't like Gail either. She just ain't my type of girl. Like, I just don't like her. She just gives slimy. You know what I mean? Like, she just slimy personified. Like, I just don't like her. You know what I mean? And I get why the other girls don't. So then when she gets in, Eliza says that she don't really give a fuck about Gael being there at all. She just wanted to change the subject because she knows how the other girls feel about Gael. So she just gonna change the subject and try to move forward because she don't really want the smoke. So then she asks Samantha how she doing. Samantha then tells them about her altercation with Joy and how that happened and how you know what I'm saying. She tried to talk to her and Joy just threw food at her, wasn't really trying to hear what she had to say, all that other shit, right? So then, when it come down to it, Shay doesn't really believe that Samantha was really innocent in this situation because from what she knows of Joy, Joy is really sweet. She's not problematic. She don't really be going out of her way to do shit to nobody. You know what I mean? She just really be out there, just trying to be nice and trying to be civil to people. That's really all that she be trying to do, right? So that's what she was getting at. And I kind of agree with the shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I do agree. I do believe that that Joy really ain't like that. Samantha just lying. That's all that is. Gael tries to get Samantha to make peace with Joy, but then when she tries to get Samantha to make peace with Joy, that's when Shay and Amada get on her ass and say, well, girl, you fucked your sister's husband. And you kept on fucking your sister's husband, and that's just that on that. Like, you fucked your sister's husband. You feel what I'm saying? And you kept fucking your sister's husband. Then you started fucking them folks' baby daddies, and they was in relationship with these men. You knew what the fuck you were doing. So the fact that of course you're gonna try to tell Samantha to try to make things right with her sister. Of course you're gonna tell her to make things right. Of course you're gonna tell her to do that because you needed to make things right with Flo when you was out here fucking on her damn man. So of course you're gonna try to tell them to make things right. Yeah, that's not above you. Yeah, of course you're gonna do that. So then that is when Gael tries to apologize to Amada and Shay. And Shay automatically says that she's not accepting the apology because she doesn't think that she's keeping it real. She thinks that Gail is full of shit. And if you want me to be honest, I'm with Shay. I think that Gail is full of shit. I personally think that Gail is full of shit. I personally don't think that she means any words of this apology that she called herself trying to give Amada. I don't really believe that at all. Like, she full of shit, baby. That girl full of shit, and she know that she is, you know. It's because she already been full of shit this whole, well, my name is no longer Gail, my name is Heaven, and all this other dumb shit. Like, girl, get your ass out of here. Like, you don't mean shit you talking about. Get the fuck out my face. Like, get your ass out my face. I don't like Gail. Moving on. Sonye meets up with Miami Tip and Hot Topic. Now, Sonye says that she's meeting up with Miami Tip and Hot Topic because she talked to Amada. She heard her side of the story. And now she wants to get Miami Tip's side of the story, because at this particular point, it's kind of like, you know, you're hearing one thing. So I want to hear what Tip got to say. So I'm inviting the girls to have drinks with me so we can talk about it. So then Tip explains her side of the story. She says that she was trying to have Amada's back. And then all of a sudden, Amada just started throwing drinks at her. And because she threw drinks at her, she went and met with the wife and all this other shit. So Tip starts telling them the tea that Gina spilled to her about how Amada was trying to pay for, you know, this man to be on the show and be her baby daddy, be a love interest. She's possibly the reason why he's going to jail and all kinds of stuff. So this was all the things that Gina told Miami Tip on the show. Now, my thing is this: Miami Tip is not bringing up the fact that she brought up that girl children, and that is the reason why that girl threw a drink at her. You can't tell nobody how to react to your disrespect, Tip. You were being disrespectful to that motherfucking girl, and you know you was. Why are you acting like you wasn't? Why are you acting like you didn't do shit? Why are you acting this way? You know what you did was wrong, so stop acting like it wasn't. Weird. Let me see. So Sonye says that she wants them to have a sit down. And then you know, they all agree to it. So the next thing you know, the sit down actually happens. And they all sit down and they discuss Amada coming. They said, well, you know, because Hot Topic told Sonye, well, when you tell her about this sit down, don't tell her that we coming. Because pretty much 9 times out of 10, if she knows that we coming, then she ain't gonna come. So then Amada arrives. She speaks to Sonye. She speaks to the rest of them. She said that she did not know that they were going to be there, which of course she did not know. Tip asks Amada what her problem is with her. Tip, you know what the fuck her problem is with you. You know what the problem is, girl. You know what the problem is? The problem is you keep on butting into her fucking business when it ain't got shit to do with you. That's what the issue is, and you know that's what the issue is. So why are we acting like we don't know this? Like, why are we acting like we don't know why this girl got a problem with you? She got a problem with you for a good reason. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you already know what it is. So then Amada says, my problem is that you inserted yourself in my situation. Facts. Tip then admits that she met up with the wife. And then that's when Amada says, see, you're saying that you're looking out for me and you're trying to say that you was having my back, but here you are going to meet up with the wife. Of course she is, because she never had your back to begin with. Tip is just fake as fuck and she ain't got nothing else to do. So then that is when Amada says that what you got to understand, she said, I was trying to have your back, but when you threw that drink at me and all that other shit, it was like, well, girl, yes, I'm going to keep it pushing in. I'm going to meet up with the wife since you disrespected me. And then Amada said, but Tip, you brought up my child. You said that my daughters would be, you know, ashamed of me because I dated a married man. Like, you gotta own that too, which she does need to own it, but she ain't owning it because she's trying to justify the messy ass shit that she's doing. That's the bullshit. So then where we at? So then we get into the part where Tip says that Amada paid Alan to be on Love and Hip Hop. Amada explains what happened with Alan. I don't really think that she paid for him to be on Love and Hip Hop, but I do believe that she promised him some shit, and it was kind of like, She was promising him some shit to be on this show to make his wife feel good. It was some type of contract going on with it. Now, I don't know if she really paid for him to be fucking on her and have a baby with him and all that other shit. Like, I don't know if I believe all that, but there was something. Tiff says that Amada offered Gina a check. Amada denies ever doing it. Amada says that at the end of the day, her and what's her name? Her and Gina both got played. So why is she the only one that's taking the brunt of the situation? Then Tip then accuses Amada of getting Alan locked up. And then that's when Hot Topic says that Shay is involved some kind of way because Alan used to be friends with MJ. And then they were cool. And then he started fucking on Amada and all this other stuff. And come to find out, Hot Topic said that Alan's wife also thinks that the Johnsons got something to do with him going to jail. So then Amada says that why would she go and get him arrested when her daughters doesn't deserve not to have their father? And she also says that she ain't got to clear up shit. Then Tip says Amada's making herself the victim. That's what she always does. And then Tip says that Gina wants to meet her. Amada says it's not worth it, and I'm not going to film with her unless she wants to. And to be honest, I don't blame her. What the fuck I'm filming with her for? I'm not going to film with her and have her try to run down my goddamn reputation, because that's all the fuck she wants to do. She wants to absolve her cheating ass husband of anything, but then she wants to sit up here and blame it all on Amada. Girl, get the fuck out of here. But y'all, that was pretty much Love and Hip Hop Miami. And the only reason why this review is 22 minutes long is because I skipped all over Rada and Michael Blackson's scenes. So this is why this is the last live y'all are getting on Love and Hip Hop Miami. From now on, it's going to be pre-recorded until Boots arrives. That's it. That's all. I'll be back at 11:55 so we can talk about Funky Dineva, and that's that. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.
Things I wanna do to you. All the love you try to hide, deep in between those thighs. Ain't too proud to beg for what I want. Ain't too proud to beg for what I need. If it's good loving that you want, you can get it all from me. Ain't too proud to beg for what I want. Ain't too proud to beg for what I need. Good loving that you want, you can get